Markets are unpredictable, volatile, complex.
Good morning, everyone. Just past 3 a.m. Central, and welcome to Forex Fire. Joining me, the usual suspects, coaches Tiger and Michael. How are you guys doing?
Present and accounted for, sir. Great.
Good.
Yes.
Nice. You have a good rest. Awesome. Try to have a good rest.
I didn't take a nap. I ended up staying up watching this tsunami stuff that was going on.
Oh no!
From the earthquake.
Where's that? I missed that.
They had an earth. Well, the earthquake was just off of the eastern peninsula coast of Russia. So I think it was like differing reports, but like 15 miles deep. But it was at 8.7 magnitude.
Goodness.
So one of the biggest ones that
so
in a while.
Is there a tsunami coming, or are they just on sort of high alert?
They put a bunch of warnings out for the west coast of the U.S., Hawaii, the Aleutian Islands of Alaska, and then Japan and Russia. But it doesn't appear like it's hit Hawaii very hard yet. Japan and Russia got a little bit. Russia got like some really tall waves, 9-10 feet from what I saw. But so far it's not as bad. Yeah, it was crazy.
Right,
it's ongoing though.
People stay safe.
Yeah,
crazy. Yeah, so pretty crazy on the economic calendar today as well, guys.
I don't know we knew this.
Trading we're going to get done in the morning, but we'll try. Yeah, I think the first one, the big one, coming out at 8:15 a.m. Eastern. So that's just as we're closing our morning session, right? The ADP non-farm payrolls, employment change, sorry. So that's a prelude to Friday's non-farms. Advanced GDP. But I'm sure that you'll go through all of that a little bit later, Tiger. So maybe let's jump into the charts, kick off proceedings, and get the show on the road. Who wants to start?
I can jump in.
Yeah,
right on.
Here.
Do it.
That's what you get.
Show us those pretty dates of yours.
Pretty legs.
The pretty dates.
Pretty dates. Oh,
as he calls his trades.
Same thing.
All right, so I was looking at AED CAD yesterday, and man, oh man, this was going great at first. And then there's this news that came out. Yeah, literally, guys, this thing, I was first of all, I was in over here. This was like right after our session closed, I want to say. Was it? I think it was like right here. So shortly after our session closed, and I'll just kind of run through everything, right? So we have the 5,200 cross here. So clearly we are in level 2, right? 5,200 cross. Level 2, right? So we're looking for that M structure, and this was pretty gorgeous. To be totally honest, this was really nice. We had this, run down. Then we had this nice candle close. You were in there. Stops went below. Target was all the way up here. So super nice. We had outside the band on the TDI, inside the band. We had the reload. Right. Thing this trade really needed. And what the best part about this whole thing was, even if you went and kicked it up to the 4-hour chart, this was beautiful as well, right? You can kind of see the same structure here on the 4-hour chart, right? So we over here we have this 5200 cross once again, so we know we're in level 2. This, as I mentioned, does not count, and reason being is if you look down at the TDI, the market baseline is above the static, so this is not the W structure. Plus, it's a V. This is nothing. But the W is right here, right? And this is more of a half a bat for the simple fact that the first leg is all the way down here, the second leg is all the way up here. So remember, the price needs to close above this area for it to actually be confirmed, which it did, right? So you close this. I mean, you put your stops there. Price ran up. Nice, right? And the next move would be for it to bounce off of this 50 EMA. As I always say, the first move is off the 200 in level 2. The second move is off the 50, right? So that's what I was looking at here. And lo and behold, guys, I actually swung this trade, which I tell you guys I hardly ever do unless I take it on a 4-hour chart. So I swung this trade. Once again, I took this around right here, right? And came out. And I did not even know that. So I'm up here. I'm so close to being at break even on this trade, right? I'm like, I put my alert. It was like not even far away from it. I'm like, all right, we're looking really good on this trade. This is awesome.
Damn.
Next thing you know, my alert goes
sucks.
off and it says position 2. And I'm like, position 2? No, what happened was my alert went off and I'm like, yes. And I was like, all right, that's stop loss to break even. And I was ready to put my stop loss to break even. And then I noticed the message said position 2. And I'm like, position 2? And I'm like, what the hell? And I looked at the chart. Boom, this huge. Let me scoot this over. This huge red candle. Mind you, I'm all the way up here.
Oh, no.
So close to break even.
Yeah.
Right? I'm talking not far at all. Right? And this thing.
So how quick did that happen? Pretty fast.
What was that? Super fast. It was literally, it happened so fast that it confused me. I thought that again, that I was moving my stops to break even. And in one moment, because literally I seen this candle close and I'm like, oh yeah, this is about to go. And then this next candle was up green a little bit, as you can see the wicks on its top side. And mind you, I'm downstairs, I'm with my daughter, I'm like in my living room, but I'm looking at it on my iPad, so I can see it. And I seen this candle, it was turning green. I'm like, oh yeah, this is definitely going to get to break even. So a few moments go by, and then I see my alert go off, and I assume that it's my stop loss to break even. But when I looked at the message, it said position 2, and I'm like, position 2, and I'm like, what in the world is happening? And I look, and I see this huge candle all the way down here. I'm like, oh no, and I'm like,
that was a big drop.
And I'm, yep. And my boy called me, my partner. He called me too. He said, bro, do you? I said, yes, I see this. And I'm like, what just happened? And I'm like, I said, you know what it is? I said, news must have just happened. And I looked, and short news had happened at 7:30 on AUD CAD. So full transparency, I clearly made a mistake by just being too lackadaisical and not even paying attention to the news that came out.
Oh, to the calendar,
yeah. Yep. So this came down here. It didn't take me out. Luckily, it didn't take me out, and it pulled back up here. So lose as much as I would have lost. But at 4:00 this morning, I had to set me an alarm for 11:55 Central to close the candle on the 4-hour close. And I had to close this trade, unfortunately. So I did lose a little less than a quarter, I'm sorry, a little less than a half on this trade.
Yeah.
So yeah, that sucked big time. But at the end of the day, that's my fault. I should have been vigilant enough to know that instead of me just chilling, I should have noticed
Yeah.
that the red news was coming up. So rookie mistake for me,
Yeah.
to be totally honest. But yeah, this was
It
Well, life
happens.
takes
what,
over sometimes. It happens.
Yep.
what looked to be a great setup yesterday turned out into a crappy one because of the news. Like, just totally threw me for a loop. And I was like, damn it. I'm like, well, it happens sometimes. Just got to be a little bit more mindful of that.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that absolutely sucked. But but yeah, this is done now. This entire thing, right? And if you look at this, just how the setup is, right? Let me just go through a quick time. And I want to point something out, right? We got the just nice W structure here to go long. This is what you would expect this to do, right? The same exact thing as what you thought would have happened on. Well, what actually did happen, because remember on Monday I took Euro NZD, right? So same exact thing, just the other way around, guys. Right, 5,200 cross, and then we had this beautiful M structure that just dropped. Right, same exact move. This one just didn't have any news. Right. So, but yeah, that happened yesterday, so that sucked. But yeah, on to the next one. It's just how you kind of mentioned. Definitely a lot of news going on today. I highly doubt I'll be taking any trades today, unless
Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
S&P 500. This is the main one I'm looking at for today.
The which one?
If it
SPX.
sets up. Yep, SPX. So this will be S&P 500. And as you guys already know, right, this is what we're looking at right here. This bad boy right here, right? Retesting this area for the shorts. And you can easily see this on the actual chart here, right? Run down, come back, drop. Testing this exact area.